아미토보. 헤마라 템바조비 상게 좀된데로 차체니 생각하들.
Yes, before Rinpoche starts, he would like to pay homage to Buddha Shakyamuni.
좀된데 대전제 바로 좀바 양담바 도베 상게 좀된데 우리보다 쇼도 덴바 데라세바 지된 겸바게부들 칼로 주와 라나메바 라다메 넘게 덴바 좀된데 냠메 자지게베 샤게 데마메 발라이고 에랍도 데데게베 차첼로 체도 잡소 징게라 브라제도스 다 다른 것처럼 점블링기 최초 에릭슨 치베기 칠루기 때 우치수 가라나 좀남이들옹이 가들레 자시델레다 점발에서 예수시니
Rinpoche would like to extend a warm and heartfelt greetings and tashdalik to all the esteemed delegates from diverse religious and cultural backgrounds.
다 다른 아버지 뒤 니망아되기 뒤로 땡아자라 출루축이 셈쟁기 셈로 펜다드베 시대존에기 탑람디 나자라 출루짐이 차잡기 겐쿠집에 헤디 세션이
Today in this descending era, when everyone is in need of peace of mind, the main purpose, the main responsibility remains on the hands of religious leaders and religious persons.
나자라 리스 마치비 취까지 기베로 취디기 셈진로 펜 마토바진 취딜리텐데 데부 맵좀진
Whatever religion and faith and culture it is, if it doesn't benefit all the sentient beings, then it doesn't have any purpose.
취루 취디기 셈진로 펜 딱데베 셈진로 시디 좀 맞진 나자라기 취디 자 체시지다 룹디진지 텐디
If the religion and the faith and culture, if it benefits other beings, then this is one of the most pure and promising religion and faith.
당아지 두개 합디 벤저다 체릭 캐초기 개합면 이루 마치 개합디 상계기 땜바 용수조바 다의 개합지다 마치 디나기 우티디 치기 개부슈비기 개합지
As we come from Bhutan, though Bhutan still is under developed country, but what we have is we have one of the most best religion, the Buddhism in Bhutan, and also we have a very generous and kind Dharma king in our country.
마치 두개 합디 낭베기 최용수조바 다니기 디기 마치라 개합디 벤저다 체닉 라소베기 신 탑람 메드라베로 개합디 개용 각기 뺄좀기 낭루 네비기 개합지
And as being a Buddhist country, in Bhutan, we have all these complete teachings of Buddha, like a complete teaching, for instance, Theravada religion, Mahayana tradition, and as well as Vajrayana tradition. And in Bhutan, as being a small country, we don't value much about the economic growth, but more than that, what we value is happiness of all the beings. And this is all because of the support from our great Dharma leaders.
Ngachara기 ruge habdi tangbara tingmi hinaya nagi chedi ngachigi kachizom jibe nasa tangdu yusawajin sashi zom jibe chinalu sazom jibe samebajin ngachar kajiberu dinalu tembigi 탑 메블 텐데 ngachara tingmi hinaya nadi sazom jibe 짜치다비 지디유스.
And in Bhutan, all the Buddhist followers, what we consider the Theravada tradition is, we consider the Theravada tradition as the foundation of all the practices. So we consider this as one of the most important practices in Bhutan.
탱미 히나야나디 ngachigi chonalu imbatin 상기기 궁로 숨주송알로 송수비기 취지임베스.
According to our teaching, we believe that Theravada tradition was first taught by Buddha when he was 35 years old.
궁로 숨주송알레 십주 셰딘 천선 히나야나기 죄디 송데베 십주 셰딘로 자가나루라베 택바침보 마하야나기 죄디 송수비.
And from 35 to 46, he taught the Theravada teachings. And from 46, Buddha started teaching Mahayana Dharma.
상계 좀된데 군로 든지 든굴로 상계 갭줄로 냥년레 되니보다 로찌기 해마 데 상하기 최디 송디베 유스.
And when Buddha reached at the age of 79, before 1 year he died, he taught the Vajrayana teaching.
버지에나 상하기 최디 맞아라 점불링 가디야 마타와 개갑지니지마도 다마츠바 다동아자라 낭바 폐체와기 상하디로 이치 마치베유스.
Although Vajrayana teaching is one of the sacred teaching of Buddha Shakyamuni, but the spirit of the Vajrayana teaching has been only reached in few countries. So because of this reason, many of the followers of other religion, they are still in doubt whether the Vajrayana teaching is belongs to the pure Buddha's teaching or not.
데비베니 되긴가 지루게 합나로 시기 초래 배워진 개용 각기 배송기 따와 유비지다 최기 칼로 카톨리 배워진 상아 도르지 택바 다이기 개합 튼무마인 바이기 캐시 넘버 2 유미기 개합지.
And in Bhutan, we have two different unique things. The first one is in terms of secular thing. What we have is Vajrayana teaching. The Vajrayana Buddhism is what we have in Bhutan. And on other hand, in temporal thing, what we have is we have the gross national happiness. So we always feel proud of having these two unique things. In secular term, we have Vajrayana teaching, and in temporal, we have gross national happiness concept.
디좀메 상기 지기베 최마로 레셔치 송고미디 던다가 지나서와진.
The main reason why Buddha taught many different teachings is
맞아 샘징기 컴다 메바 라나소소게 왕보 소소소소 배울레텐데 상기기 최마로 배송고미 딜레텐데.
it was especially based on the receivers, the followers, because the followers have different mindsets and different means, and they need different skills and manners to team the followers. So this is the reason why Buddha taught many different teachings.
뱀보와 징아자라기 미딜로 나살레샤지 줌다 되기 칸엔디 맨레샤지 조급 베도좀베 땡아처럼 최대야 맨좀지
For instance, if we have to cure different diseases, we need different medicines. So this is what it's similar with the Buddha's teaching.
맞아 탱미 히네야 나기 배워진 나나기 빵저 년농바디 맞아라기 돈바 숭디베 빼배워진 두 좀지 배워진 두딜레 수디베 두디미 또 마다 두디 마발레로 콜레 때코파 링루베 빵디베 샤비
For instance, in Theravada tradition, what we think is by remaining and maintaining the pure precepts, it's similarly like, for instance, if there's a poison, what we do is we try to refrain from, touching the poison or taking this poison. So similarly, in the Theravada tradition, what we think is we try to remain, distance ourselves from all these defilements and afflictions.
마야나기 배워진 두디 맨텐신나 두디 맵담이 배 안에 좀베 저런 마하야나기 때 빵자 탐제 때디 출바 탐지파 때 맵담디 충담이
And in Mahayana tradition, what we think is, for instance, if we somehow took the poison, then what we will do is we'll try to cure it by taking other medicines. So similarly, in Mahayana tradition, all the afflictions, though we somehow get involved in these afflictions and defilements, then we instantly try to apply all the skillful means and methods to purify it.
버즈레야나기 배워진 나지기 빵자디 다지기 두디 맨루 주담이
And in Vajrayana tradition, it says that, for instance, if the poison itself, we turn it into medicine and we take it.
다 된동아자라 상기기 최가지라성으로 모마디 아자라 산자 당바라 셈르좀 존니다 셈루 시디 토비기 탑이
So whatever the teachings Buddha gave, the core purpose is to provide peace and happiness for all the sentient beings.
텔레 모마디 상하기 최나루 모마디 아자라 찾아 상기세메데 파 칠로로 메바 상기세메데 라심기 모베 데 톱니 예블레텐데 상하기 티노마임비 케치디 딩
And one of the unique teachings in Vajrayana tradition is it directly points out, it directly shows that one's own mind is none other than the Buddha itself. So this is the uniqueness of Vajrayana teaching.
다리나바 잠볼링 날로 ngajaragi 당바라 벤조르디다 치릭 체릭 디스 룹베 디기 돌로 ngajar아 미기 데바디 마심레 템데 때 디기병 ngajar아 차잡 시디마 중바 잠볼링기 드로아 가라루 남메 스미기 둥이 좀이
In today's world, with the ability and skill of human beings, though we have succeeded and achieved lots of things in terms of science and technology, but day by day, due to our unsatisfaction, what happens is, though we have all these material things, but it always failed to provide peace and happiness for us.
ngajaragi 시디세미디 셈기 돌리 주님마도 치 벤조다 치기 나와레 텐데베 ngajaragi 셈기 시디 톱미수
And the peace of mind is not a thing that we can manufacture in laboratories and through the technology advances, but it have to be fostered, it have to be get through our own mind.
다리나바 나살레샤지텐 막툴레샤지텐 베고미디 ngajaragi 다리 천생이 바나 랑기 셈딜로 록데베 셈디 십셀베디베 셈기 꼴레 한 먹고니 디기 ngajar 가라루 강립심이 대인베스.
In today's world, the crises like diseases, wars, conflicts, whatever we are experiencing, these are all because of you human beings have been always trying to find happiness through materialistic means, and we always fail to know that the peace and happiness remains in one's own hand through understanding one's own mind.
점불링디 류조조마도 셈조조미 마팔리미도스.
In today's world, everyone tries to maintain and promote the materialistic things, but no one thinks about promoting the education, the wisdom of inner peace and mind.
ngachagi semdi zozogo bachin zozowa chindi darinabagi netang zombe ngachalu kiduda dungil honramyong.
So if we know how to maintain or how to check our mind, then we won't face all these crises that we are facing today.
temba zobe sangye chomnende mashudira beru shudo zomjirani.
Even Buddha does not stay in today if we are aware of one's own mind, one's own practice, then it seems like Buddha is staying together with us always.
가데베 슈도 요마서와진 상제 커라기 숭구미기 취디수 가라 숭자데베 아니 상기기 취기 템비네치디 만년바 유니디기 상게 슈도 좀지라니.
It is because if we follow all the sacred words of Buddha, his teaching is always there, and if we follow his teachings, then it is similarly like Buddha is always with us.
상게 마슈디라 베로 상게기 전주 ngacha라기 전주 로마디수기 낭베기 취디 가데다다 다르샤탄도스.
Though Buddha is not alive today, as being a Buddhist follower, we together always have to promote and spread the teachings of Buddha.
가데베 다르샤탄로 ngacha라기 ngomadi 미기 토니 메비기 셈베올레텐데 최세미데 셈기 톨로 두겁다 아니가 저라기 셈기 톨로 냠용이 미고베스.
And to promote teachings, the best way, though we don't have this ability to see the mind, and the main practice is engaging one's own mind, the main thing is to have a very well-experienced followers.
셈로 냠용다 셈로 세남디 메비간레 낭비 취 좀미디 ngacha nyungsuji yumidi diletendi.
And if we don't have this if we don't follow this intense practice, if we don't have this experienced followers, then it will be difficult for the teachings to remain.
ngacha 취 셈미디 셈기 라완비니디기 가라로 취 두겁디 우초다 취 두겁기 방제톤이미스.
And on the other hand, as it is one's own right to practice Buddhism, so we shall never insist insist others to practice Buddhism.
대베비는디기 상기기 취 가데비송으로 ngacha라 차차기 카툴레 차가 맞추바진 취디 된메좀지.
And because of this, no matter how different teachings Buddha gave to us, but if we don't follow exactly as per his words, then the teachings won't serve the purpose.
상기기 람 가데비 텐데베로 랑기 마조와진 랑기 노사디가 힘이수.
No matter how Buddha guides us, but if we don't follow the path he guided us, then the purpose will not serve.
대베비니디기 당바랑 ngacha라 잠불링나기 칠루 예세지 가라로 튼들다 ngacha라 차차 지기질로 다난고 같이.
And on the other hand, we also have to maintain harmony among all the world's religions.
대 ngacha 차차 최비미 차차로 튼람다 최비미 추추 지기질로 다낭 매바진 ngachegi chu dumi semidi in sewajin di chule tende rolu neba chunimes.
And if we, all the religion in this world, if we don't remain in harmonious way, if we don't respect each other, then it will not serve the purpose to all the followers.
chule tende ngachara chachap chigijilu 튠람다 chigijilu danang yobajin ngachachachap digibe doa mirigdilu pen toba teribarinis.
And if we respect each others, if we mutually respect each others, and if we remain in harmonious way, then this is one of the main source and one of the main reason that all the religion will benefit the followers.
Nangbi cheberu hinayanayiru mahayanayiru bajrayanayiru ngajara chachap sangi chigi songsumegi chebini digi chigi chilo danang kedebe chigi chedi leshombe shipselbego yus.
In terms of Buddha's teaching, for instance, Theravada tradition, Mahayana tradition, and Vajrayana tradition, though it's taught by Buddha himself, but in today's world, as we have many different followers in different places, we have to all come together, respect each other, and study from each other.
ngajigi nangbegi chedi leshombe takshin checho se sangi ge kai nawa yeble tende ngajigi deba jamjigi gole jamadaba 대박이 토레 베시나 셰랍디기 레좀베 딱신 제데베 낭비 취기 따와디 최고.
As Buddha himself clearly mentioned that his teachings should not be accepted on blind faith, he clearly mentioned that we have to analyze his teachings. So it is very important for every followers to analyze the teachings and study and do the research.
ngajara zambuling nalu nangbi shensom tetera choni yebletin nangbi shensom chopjigi ngajara penjor dinalu penjor seni jamji memashinda ngaje nangbegi kibu tambasogi rereili genku reri bakdibe simji piduchi belu ngajegi nangbegi tawadi darchaptangobgi khache.
As many conference of Buddhism is being held in many different places, and we all come from different places with different hope. And the main thing is not only about making relations and opening opportunities, but the main thing is to spread the teachings of Buddha. So this is what we all have to keep in our mind.
nangbi chisuru zodi ngajara jambada ninje changchogi semgi gole shenlo pentani di ngoma di things.
And the core teaching, the core purpose of Buddhism is to benefit all the sentient beings through compassion, love, kindness, and all.
nangbi chigi gole be ngajaragi jambada ninje di ngajaragi tekwa chimbe기 lule semje 가라 pambyole tende neba kini myongs.
And as from Mahayana teaching, the mindset should be, all the sentient beings, we consider them as our own parents. So based on this mindset, we always generate compassion, love, and kindness for all the sentient beings. So this is one of the main teachings of Buddha.
nangbi chiludi ngachara rangi lila pelongla shenla neba majichi se sundo zombe hemara rangi lidilu neba mego dewa go dungi mago beyus ra dewa goni da dungi mago do zombe shen semjiloya dungi mego nida dewa goni gi chorate debe benedigi rangshin dilu kebar mis.
And from Buddha's teaching, what it says is, we have to take our body as example, and what we have to think is, similarly, that ourselves, we don't want suffering, we always want happiness. So this applies for others as well. So everyone, sentient beings, no one wants suffering and everyone wants happiness. So by understanding this concept, we have to generate peace and compassion for everyone, as everyone of being is same as one's own self.
ngajara zambuling nalu dungi kachili chumo sawachin rang chizing lo rang leshum dini lo digi tende zambuling nalu dungi kangil chumme di imbes.
And all the crises in today's world which we are facing is because of the self-centered mind. When the self-centered mind, when one thinks about one's own self too much,
단난 ngajara nangbagi chedi di nandojinde mahayanagi chedi rangda shin chorthebde namjigisa rangle changshin chokdu jurba rangle changshin di 남에서메 케도 파바베 지우이 디베 로 케도 파바베치 로 신지 징길로도 여바진 점블링 날로 라한다 신니가 되와이.
Especially in Mahayana practice, what it says is the altruism and the bodhisattva, which consider others much more important than one's own self. So if we practice and practice and practice this, once we perfect and accomplish this practice, then if others are happy and others are okay, then oneself, one way or another, everyone becomes happy.
랑제 징길로디 랑기 초디 숭데베 베와진 잠볼링 날로 라한다 신니가 둥이.
And if we don't consider other beings as important, and if we keep on promoting the self-centered mind, then once, because of the ego and pride and jealousy, then when we leave others, when we don't consider others as important, then this causes the conflicts and sufferings in this world.
인게 상계샤자토바당 고기 진주디수 랑기 된다두데베 공차잡 대와 라나메바 톱톱맨 생기 된두데베 공차잡 대와 톱톱이.
And if we think about the past Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, they achieved enlightenment not because of this self-centered mind. They have always considered other beings as one of the most, they made the first priority for other beings, and they served them, and because of this, they achieved enlightenment.
데베 베니데기 ngacara zambolingi mirigdi sugi semlo chambadaningje 장축이 semdi yugun이 카체.
So because of this reason, everyone, especially the human beings, we need care, compassion, love and kindness for others.
디여바징 ngacha zamboling di sideging andor shasup tenting.
If we have this mindset, then it is guaranteed that the world will have peace and happiness.
다른 ngacara na jura de tisi meble ngagi tarigi ngaragi semgalu shabi ngote jamcheri.
As we are running out of time, maybe I'll stop here. It's just like an introduction of Buddha's teaching.
다 다리나 싱가포르기 최소기 제디베 점블링기 낭베기 최소 현다신기 최소 디소 가라기 군덴 탑데베 신좀기 레림 마토토 베조나미딜로 니카틀레 가딩가 수범이.
And Rinpoche also wants to extend his gratitude for the Standing Committee of International Forum of Faith and Culture, and also all the delegates and esteemed members for coming and attending this forum.
당가제나 무십 스리랑카기 때 우팁 람차 차잡다 때 대좀베 타일랜드기 자가르기 네팔기 때 코리안기 대좀베 잠블링 레샤지도 때 가라루나 준 케베 베스미들로 남메스메 셈루가토 중이.
And Rinpoche felt very happy to meet the senior esteemed masters from Sri Lanka, Thailand, Nepal, Korea, India, and Singapore. And Rinpoche says that he's very happy to meet you all here.
사벌동 어쩌나 마스터 장 이지디베 체 촉바디 속이 어쩌나 싱가포르로 온나세 까나미들로 남에스메 까진보스가 수보미에
And Rinpoche also wants to extend his gratitude to Master Chang for inviting Rinpoche and delegates all the way from Bhutan.
나르방아 저기 상기기 땜바 리수마치바 지당 최루 가라베로 디다디 땜바디 다신 게데베 셈진로 되기 중주 세멜람 답니
And let's all pray together to spread the teachings of Buddha, not only the teaching of Buddha, but all the religion in this today's world.
마음발레양 아자니 좀비기 센좀나 레좀베 셰제 지기질로 송 퇴디베 온베기 멜람 유스
And Rinpoche also wants to pray that in near future, may we all come and gather like today.
다시델레
Thank you very much.
아미토보 Thank you.